Here in Athens, we are very lucky to have many streams that have great biodiversity in them, but the overall health of Athens streams seems to be on the decline from what UOWN sampling has been gathering for the last 15 years. My name is Philip Bumpers, and I am a research professional here in the UOWN School of Ecology, and I'm also the Science and Monitoring Chair for the Upper Oconee Watershed Network. The Upper Oconee Watershed Network, which we call UOWN, is a citizen science-based community organization that is developed with the intention of protecting our local water resources through community-based advocacy, monitoring, outreach, and recreation. So we hold quarterly sampling events where we volunteers come out and we send volunteers to as many sites as we can that day where they collect water samples to analyze for chemical parameters like conductivity, pH, turbidity, and we also collect macroinvertebrates at a subset of those sites that we would then determine the health of the stream based on the community of insects that are in that stream at the time. We monitor for things like conductivity and turbidity to look for sewer leaks and other sources of pollution that may be in the streams. And we also do E. coli on some of our streams, which is a human pathogen. And the reason that we do this quarterly monitoring is to keep up with the health of our stream over time, where we can look for acute sources of pollution like sewer leaks. But the quarterly monitoring, which we've been doing for 15 years, also allows us to assess long-term trends in the health of streams in Athens-Clarke County. So the volunteers are the ones who actually do the sampling, and so we would not be able to do what we do without our volunteers. So rivers are important to communities in general, but also Athens specifically because we have so many rivers here in Athens. One, they're a great source of recreation and beauty for many people, and they provide, more importantly, they provide many ecosystem services that people often take for granted, such as clean water. So in Athens, we get our drinking water from both the Middle and North Oconee rivers, and so one of the reasons where rivers are important here is because we get our drinking water from them.
It's pretty relevant, even though you don't really think about it on a daily basis. People should care about the water that they're drinking because it comes from that source, and it's important to monitor that source because, if we see any sort of contamination in there, it's kind of an effect of, how it could be influencing the surrounding community's environment. There's over 110 sampling sites from around the Athens area that we sample from. It's really important and critical for us to get volunteers and people in the community involved. And if we didn't have the help of the community and the Upper Oconee Watershed Network, we wouldn't have been able to conduct any of the research for my thesis. It's really because of the volunteers that we're able to collect so many samples and actually see trends within our research. That wouldn't have been possible if we didn't have people.
The more volunteers we have, the greater impact we can have on protecting water resources here in Athens and hopefully leaving a better streams for the future than we currently have.